Hey, and welcome to the Shave Tank from sunny and hot Austria. Today we have another soap test, and it continues our series for the European soaps. And today we are going to use Valobra from Italy in the Fougere scent. So Valobra comes in this nice, it's plastic jar, but very nice design here. There actually came a paper wrapper around it which says Fougere because it now doesn't say Fougere on here anyway. It does, but it's very hard to read at the bottom here. I don't think you can, maybe you can read it on the camera. Yeah. Soap from Italy, very affordable soap. I think I paid for this pack 5 euros, 6 euros, something around there. And there is in there, let's see, 100 grams, so 3.5 ounces. So for $5, very reasonable. Let's give it a whiff. And this is a really very classic Fougere. I would say I've never smelled the Fougere Royal, which invented the whole Fougere thing, but this is very basic. You can clearly smell the lavender, the oak moss, and you get a slight hint of vanilla, which is probably the tonka bean, and a slight powdery tone, probably due to normal soap scents. As far as ingredients go, this is also very good. I don't know if it always was like this, but there are no such things like EDTA or such stuff in there, so also the ingredient list is quite okay. There is a pack in here, so it's a hard pack, very hard soap. So yeah, it has a soft feel to it, but it's actually very hard soap. So we'll test drive this, and we're going to lather it up. I had this soaking a bit with my HGM Pure Badger. Let you quickly get loose this. And load it like you hate it. And it loads very easily. This is a very uncomplicated soap. Very nice, loads very easy into the brush. You see, even though that is quite cheap, Pure Badger from HGM is a little scrubby and stuff, and doesn't hold water that good, and I only had it soaking for like 2 or 3 minutes. It loads extremely well, so very nice. But you still can see the stamp in there, so also I'll get this in a mark here. Let's clean up the mess we made here in the back. Yeah, definitely smells very good. And into the bowl we go to lather this up. And it doesn't need a whole lot of water, it seems. It's already very creamy. And you have this very nice lavender moss, oak moss scent. Very classic. Definitely not an aromatic Fougere. There is no spiciness to it. A very basic scent. but very, very good in what it does. There is another soap out there that also has an excellent classic Fougere scent that I like very much, but I didn't get it. It was sold out at the shop where I usually buy it. It's the Osma, which is also really nice. Maybe I get that for another review soon. I have to check back when it's back in stock. So really nice working up this leather. Now it has a very nice sheen to it. There are no air bubbles or anything. So really nice and good leather here. Yeah, also smells really fantastic. Really like that Valobra. It's a little bit harder to get in Italy. Like you can get the Proraso and the Cella everywhere. And the Valobra is a little bit less known, I think. And you have to get around a little bit to get it. But of course in Italy you have a lot of good soaps to choose from mass-produced soaps like this and the Proraso to artisans. And like some other soaps, it's not the thickest soap in the world, but it's very, very slick. We're going to use the above the tie S1, and I've got a brand new Gillette silver blue blade in there. Wanted to try the silver blue in there because a friend recommended it, and it's also going really nice, really good, and the soap also performing nicely here. The blade is a little bit more tugging on the neck for me. So for me I would say the Voskhod does a nicer job in the S1. But still nonetheless very good. Or Voskhod. And the soap, very slick, very nice. Good consistency. Very good. It's not the over the top soap, of course, but if you value in the price point, absolutely awesome. And of course we go for a second pass here. And it's getting thin on me. Maybe I underloaded it a little bit because the buck is very hard, but we'll go with it and see how it goes. But still slickness, really good. It looks a lot thinner than on the first pass, but slickness wise, really good. Third pass. And I think I'll go a little bit in the muck here. To get a little bit more foam in the brush. Yeah, I think a little bit of loaded, should have loaded it a little bit more, but we'll make do with it. So not the fault of the soap here. I loaded a little bit too low here, but it's still enough because the soap is very slick. And the Gillette Silver Blue, just a little bit more irritating. It's not the soap, because I can feel it on the blade. The glide is awesome. It's the cutting of the blade. Actually the pretty same I felt with in my blind test. And also, when you go for sand strength, I would give it 4 out of 10. It's definitely mild on the sand. It has a very good scent, but the scent is very mild. Which is good if you want to use a very different style of cologne, for example, afterwards, because the scent also doesn't hang around. Gurgling incoming. Very nice third pass. Very clean, very slick. Nice post-shave feel. Yeah, very smooth. Above the tie is an awesome razor, so no problems there. So, cold mountain water is almost out, because it's so hot here that even the pipes in the earth get hot. Still okayish. It's not as hot as it should be, but yeah, it's as cold as it should be. but will do. And because I have a date in the evening, I will finish up with Son of Zeus. This is awesomeness in a bottle. Very good. Let me close that up. Valobra Fougere. Final verdict, I would say lathering it up and putting it in a bowl. I just took a little less time. Of course, you can also like bloom it or something, then it will make the bucket a little bit softer. But overall, I would say 7 out of 10. It's nice to leather. It doesn't need a lot of work. There are no major air bubbles or something. It can take some water. I added some water over time, and yeah, so it's not really picky on the water side. So that works really fine. Protection, I would say glide. It's very slick, I would say 9 out of 10. Cushion, I would say 6 out of 10, because it gets also not only when you underload it like I do, but in a few test shaves I've done off camera, you can also easily see that it's, yeah, it can get thin very fast. But due to the glide, that's not a problem. So I'd say overall protection 8 out of 10. Scent strength, I would say 4 out of 10. It's not a very strong scent. It's not totally weak, but it's not a very present scent, but a very pleasant scent. And yeah, scent profile is of course very subjective. I really like the scent. So if you're in Europe and you can get this for a very cheap price, it's a very, very affordable soap. And if you're on a budget, you can get a very luxurious soap feeling from a very inexpensive soap. And that's a very nice thing that I like. And it's actually really, really good performer. For this price point, in this very nice plastic tub, looks very nice. The design is nice, combined with the gray top here. This looks very cool on the shelf. So all in all, I really would rate this because of its affordability. I would give it an affordability score of 9 out of 10. And I think for me and for my skin feel, the formula is even a little bit better on the post shave than, for example, the Proraso, which is already very good. So it's not that the Proraso isn't good, it's very good, but I think I prefer the Valobra a little bit. So that's on the Valobra, and next European soap upcoming shortly. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and let's all high five, and I see you next time. And don't forget to shave like a tank.